Hello, good people. So, tomorrow is the cat day. Everyone who has prepared all year round will probably have a good day. Those who have been a little lax in their preparation will not have as good a day. But hopefully, you get what you deserve. Whatever effort you've put in, it gets rewarded fairly. So, every year when cat happens, institutes come out with a good list of प्रिडिक्शंस अबाउट स्कोर एंड परसेंटाइल कितने स्कोर पे क्या परसेंटाइल बनेगी इतना लाओगे तो इतना परसेंटाइल इतना लाओगे तो इतना परसेंटाइल so on and so forth. They make various predictions. One because the students demand it, and second because it of course drives up views. So, and in my personal opinion, it is definitely a waste of time. It is definitely a waste of space, and therefore, prior to cat this time, what I wanted to do was let's have an analysis of all the analysis that these institutes come up with. uh, I, for one, have never made a prediction about what score, what percentile, what things happen. I have never made predictions for that. One, because my prediction abilities are very poor. And secondly, I understand it is an absolutely futile attempt. But what we can do is have a fun time and we'll look at all the analysis that institutes come up with and see if it makes sense. So, just the background all over again. Every year, test prep institutes make prediction about what scores will get what percentiles. Very often they're far off the mark, but nothing ever happens. What I'm saying is our industry has a memory cycle of 1 year. So right now they'll make some predictions. Even if they are correct, if they are wrong, doesn't matter. Next cycle they will again make predictions. There is no credibility that gets built up over an extended period of time. There is no loss of credibility that gets built up over a period of time. So if this is simply an argument, a presentation. The uh, expectation from this presentation is that you understand that the data spewed out in these prediction mechanisms, all the videos that come out, they are nothing but unreliable pieces of data that is coming from some random expectation that people have. Let's go through it. Firstly, let's look at the actual CAT 2022 percentile versus score mapping. What percentile got, at what score you got what percentile. So this is for the overall score for 50 percentile, 60 percentile, 70 percentile, all the scores and marks that one can potentially get. I've listed it here. Then for the VRC section, the DILR section, the QA section, whatever different scores and data points I could get my hands on, I've done it. This is definitely sourced from the internet. Apart from my own scores that I've included here somewhere, everything is sourced from the internet. So I'm using that as a backdrop. Now, with that knowledge, let's look at the next page. I will make certain disclaimers. The intention behind this exercise is to simply show how far actual data, as in how far is the actual data from the various predictions made. Don't think that just because as in institutes make these predictions, I'm not calling out an individual institute. I'm calling out the entire industry, if that makes sense. Additionally, to in order to play the devil's advocate, the institutes when they make these predictions, they also make disclaimers, which often go unheeded. What I mean by that is they say we don't have full data. It will become clearer when more data points are available in future. But they always come up with some percentile and score prediction on the same day. In fact, tomorrow when the actual exam happens by 10 p.m. at night, you will see at least 10 videos from 10 places coming up with different prediction mechanisms. So it is difficult to make actual predictions, accurate predictions. Actual predictions are very difficult to make, yet it never deters them from making those predictions. So, what I would encourage you to do is understand that these videos are simply created to drive up views, not necessarily provide any reliable input. In fact, mm, the degree of error is significantly high when you look at it on an average. Let's go through the pages. I have not named the institutes directly, but if you're smart enough, you'll probably catch on which institute is making what prediction. One more fun thing you'll potentially see. I'm only doing the overall score and percentile mapping. 99 percentile at 98 to 100. 99 percentile at 94 to 97. 99 percentile at 100. 99 percentile at 97 to 101. Star A, Star King. star 2 star mentors, star E star king, RO star. Hopefully, if you're smart enough, you'll know which institute I'm referring to. Again, the intention is simply to show you how data is skewed. Only look at, I'm focusing my attention only on the 99th percentile. 99th percentile at 83.64. The prediction is 98, 101, 100, and 97-ish. Even if you were to take the average of all the predictions made, around 97, 98 is what they're predicting. Why this 97 number comes to the fore will also become clearer in the later part of the presentation. Let's look at, these are 4 institutes that came up with their own predictions last year. Let's look at some other institutes. 99 percentile at 97, 99 percentile at 96, 99 percentile at 95, 99 percentile at 97 to 100. Again, roughly around the 97 mark. Roughly around the 97 mark. Again, if you're smart enough, you'll know which institutes are being referred to in these 4 tables. Let's look at the next set of numbers. 99 percentile at 98 to 100, 99 percentile at 88 to 92, at least closer to the actual number, smarter. 99 percentile. Again, this is simply not to call them out. You also have to offer them flowers. This particular institute was triumphant in their attempt at making good prediction. For the 99th percentile, they did have it very, very close to the actual number, 83.64, and their prediction was 84 to 88. So this is great. But then again, don't make the same error that I am specifically referring to. One data point does not make a trend. Just because this particular institute was closer to the actual prediction here on the test day, it does not mean their predictions are most reliable. In fact, at a later point of time, they actually went away from their correct prediction and started predicting 99 percentile at 93 at a later point of time. But still, on the test day, this was the data that they came up. This 4th institute, 99 percentile was predicted at 100. This 5th institute, 99 percentile was predicted as 100. If you look at the average number, all across the board, the 99th percentile is being predicted at around 97-ish. Again, the next slide, there is another institute, 99 percentile at 98. Now this institute, 99th percentile, the prediction was made at 69 to 70, which was very, very bad, which is far, far away from the actual number. But the good thing is, for this institute, again, I'll offer them flowers. Their prediction about the 95th percentile, the 90th percentile, the 85th percentile, and the 80th percentile was actually very close to the real numbers. The 95th percentile was at 59.7 and 57 to 60, very accurate range. 90th percentile at 50 to 51, 90th percentile at 48.44, within the margin of error. 85th percentile at 38 to 41, 85th percentile at 41.32, very nice. And 80th percentile at 35 to 36, 80th percentile at 36.25. So these 4 predictions made here were very, very appropriate. Although this institute had the advantage that they did not come out with their percentile and score mapping immediately. They collected some data points and then came out with the numbers. So it made more sense. Then you have another institute, the 99th percentile at 90. Again, in comparison to the other institutes, it seems fairer. It seems nicer because this is not that far away. But the 97th percentile prediction seems very, very nice, 75 and 72.04. The 95th percentile prediction starts getting away from it all over again, 66 and 59.75, fairly far away. Then another institute, 99th percentile at 99 to 101. Extremely high expectations of what is happening. Now, across the board, hopefully you have seen, the average 99th percentile estimation was around 97, 98. And why this happened was simply on account of the CAT 2021 marks versus percentile. In CAT 2021, 97 marks got you 99th percentile. 97 marks got you 99th percentile. And therefore, when they say they are predicting based on the difficulty level and the analysis they've engaged in, it is nothing but pulling wool over your eyes and simply doing last year के हिसाब से हमने mapping कर दी है. Last year में ये था, the same numbers, make slight deviations in it, slight changes in it, and pass it on. So again, understand the objective behind this exercise. these predictions, all the predictions made by different institutes here, they are not very well researched, they are not very well thought out. They are mainly done to provide some content that you will enjoy watching on YouTube, and then they will say these are only predictions. They will give disclaimers, they will try to cover their bases so that if at all later on they get called out कि भाई ये तो गलत बोला था, they will have some sort of fallback mechanism. You cannot really stop the institute from making these videos. What you can potentially do is help yourself by avoiding these videos, or even if you do watch these videos, understand and know that the predictions being made are not fair. The predictions being made are not in line with as in, it is not based on any data, it is simply based on feel, and any random person can make those predictions. So please avoid wasting time on that. This should give you an idea why 97 seemed like the median score for 99 percentile all over again. Although for CAT 2022, the 99th percentile was at 83.64, which is also another key learning for us. We cannot really predict about the difficulty level of the paper. We cannot predict about the difficulty level of the paper until the paper is done. So from 2021 to 2022, the paper became more difficult, and therefore the scores required for the percentiles came down. This year, if the paper reverts to, let's say, 2021 difficulty, you would need a higher score. Try to do your best. Do not have preconceived ideas of these many attempts and these many questions and these many marks I need to get. Try to do your best. Whatever turns up, turns up. Again, last wish. I hate saying all the best, all, but I enjoy saying hopefully your efforts get rewarded fairly. If you've put in the effort, hopefully you get good marks. If you've not put in the effort, basically your exam doesn't get screwed over by things outside of your control. Things which are within your control, if they end up messing you up or providing you with a great outcome, that is great. But किसी का सेंटर पे कंप्यूटर ना बंद हो जाए, किसी का कैब ना बीच में टूट जाए, ये सब हरकतें ना हो, ये मेरी इच्छा रहेगी. That will be all for this. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can have a game of identifying those institutes as well. Okay, bye.